Today, I'm going to be replacing the belt in a Massey Ferguson 35 with a Perkins diesel. Now if you start seeing cracks in your belt like this one, you are long overdue for a new belt. Now I want to give you a heads up before we start that as we do this, I am going to be calling out the sizes of the wrenches I use, but this is a 60-year-old tractor, so I have no idea if the nuts and bolts on this thing are original, so yours might be different sizes. Now it's a little bit hard to see, but if you look right back here, you're seeing an adjustment for the belt tension. We're going to put a 1/2 inch socket on there. We're just going to loosen that bolt up. Hopefully you can see that on camera, but I've got it loosened up. Now, we also need to loosen up these two bolts up here. So I'm just going to take a 7/16 socket wrench as well as a 7/16 box end wrench, and I'm going to start loosening up the top two nuts and bolts on this. Once all of those are loosened, your alternator or generator should move freely, allowing you the movement you need to be able to get your belt on and off. Now the generator did not move down as far as I would have liked. I went ahead and just pried the belt off using this screwdriver, but the whole time I'm sitting there thinking this would be so much easier if I just went ahead and removed those top two bolts that I loosened earlier on the generator. My belt's just falling apart. I'm not entirely sure I'm going to be able to get the new belt on that way. If not, like I said, I'll just take the two top bolts off. To get the belt out from around the fan, if you go down to the bottom of your radiator shroud, you'll see that there's actually a kind of a notch cut out of it, and that's where I will thread this belt up and over the fan and off. Once I've worked it off and over, then I can just pull it right out and the old belt's off. I always like to compare, make sure it looks right. I'd say that looks about right. So let's put the new one on. So just like I took it off, I'm gonna thread this on by going inside that little spot and then up and over. And so I just about have it on there now, and there we go. Now I just route my belt where it needs to be again. And the question is can I get it up here on this alternator? And it looks like I might be able to. I've got it on my other two spots. I'm just gonna kind of slide. It looks to me like there's just not enough free play for me to get the belt up and over without fighting it. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just remove those top two bolts all the way. And now this rotates down. I just need to make sure I don't pull that wire too far over here. I I should be able to get this on with relative ease now. And we're on. Now I just rotate this back up where it's supposed to be. Get that in. And don't forget the guard, like I did. So I want this belt on as tight as I can get it. So I'm gonna stick a screwdriver down in here. That's gonna allow me just to sort of pry a little extra tension on this belt as I tighten the tensioner down. And so remember, this is a 1/2 inch socket. And what I do is I just sort of, hard with my broken finger. What I do is just try to tighten this up about as tight as I can get it, because when this thing starts running, things tend to work their way loose. Once that's tight, now I can tighten up the top bolts. Now all that's left to do is start her up and make sure that everything runs good.
If this video helped you, please help us by clicking that subscribe button.
I appreciate you.